And where Gold Hairs is, it's 3 a.m. Okay. Sweet dreams, Gold Hairs. Thank you so much for your help today. Yes, hopefully I'll see you next stream, although I'm thinking of doing a meditation stream next on Thursday night. Oh, Seraphina just woke up. Oh, there you go. Yes, it'll be a non-communal meditation. So no chit-chatting, but meditation. We'll see how we go. And it's 6:30 a.m. Ah, Seraphina, there you go. You don't have daylight savings time in the Philippines. Some parts of Australia, they wish they didn't. Okay. Now, Spectral Ninja, can you understand confusion? Confusion's the wrong word. It's like an inner conflict. You're not sure whether you've stood your ground at the right time. Can you understand that, Spectral Ninja? You want to stand your ground, but you're not sure if you've picked the right time. No, not really. Okay. I get happy news. You're sharing happy news, but I still get that there's something about picking right time. Can you understand sharing happy news? Okay. Sharing happy news, yes. But picking the right time to share that happy news. Yeah, that's what I got. Picking the right time to share. I don't think I said share, but it's like picking the right time. Okay. And can you understand being uncertain as to how someone will react? Yeah. There we go. Okay. I get happiness. I get giddy kitty joy. Oh, don't tell me. Is it for real? I got giddy kitty joy. I want to say you feel like the timing's off, but I feel you may be expecting. No, baby. Then expecting an addition. Oh, there is no baby. Okay. I get giddy kitty joy. I'd tell your family sooner rather than later. There's going to be at least one person that's not going to be happy. I believe you know who that one person is. Okay, that's why that's there. And I want to say that, yes, you want to have a ceremony, but the ceremony you want won't go down well with your family. I get giddy kitty joy. So tell family sooner rather than later so they don't get confused. Unless your spider's having babies. But I think it's a single tarantula, so that wouldn't be a possibility. Yeah, I saw the Page of Cups and yeah, I know. They want a pet tarantula. But I do see that it's going to take some strength to open up and tell your family. I feel like your family are going to want to take over, and that's what's made you withhold information. Then share it. Drop it like a bombshell or rip it off like a band-aid, whichever analogy helps. Because I do see the giddy kitty joy as happening as soon as you desire it to happen. But I do see your family being at odds with the way you want to join. If I had to say, it's like telling Catholics that you want to have a Gothic ceremony, if that makes sense. Because I was raised a Catholic, and if I told my Catholic family that I wanted a goth ceremony, oh, it's accurate. There you go. That's what I'm picking up. It's like, but a Gothic ceremony is beautiful. I've been to a few, and they are beautiful. And your family is Catholic. See, there you go. Ah, well, some Catholics would know who Lilith is because, unfortunately, Judeo-Christian theology has Lilith in it. And, yes, it's not only Gothic people that refer to Lilith. It is actually originated from Judeo-Christian or the Jewish law has Lilith in it. So, yes, everything's interconnected, but it's strange that I got that, don't you think, Spectral Ninja of the Dead? That it's like telling Catholics that you want a Gothic ceremony. But there's someone that wants to take over. Yeah, it's going to claw your insides unless you let it out. And there's one particular person on your side of the family that may not even attend because it's going to be a goth ceremony. They may not even attend because of the goth ceremony. Why are you saying spot on, Rodav? Oh. Athena, I'm sorry that you've left the queue. Oh, sweet dreams. I know for me it's a mega stream and it does go late. I try and get through the entire queue. So, look, I can try and do Discord. We'll see how I go. I'll pop over to Discord quickly after this. But, yes. To me, love is love. I don't care how it originates. Love is love. And if people are true Catholics, what I said about Lilith, there you go, thank you. I do have a degree in theology, believe it or not. I know you do. I knew that since day dot. It was overwhelming. Thank you, Rodav. And yes, if we respect all faiths, we find out sooner or later that they are intertwined. Well, I'll leave that there, Spectral Ninja. If I'm going to chat to you on Discord, I knew that from day dot. I'll chat to you on Discord. Anyway, I haven't used Discord in a while, so hopefully it just opens up for me. Okay, J-Steps joined the queue, so I'll do one more read and then I'll do the Be Right Back, and hopefully, do you want a long chat, Spectral Ninja, or a short chat? Because I believe I've got 2 in the queue. Depends. We'll see. I'll see how it goes with you and your timing. But I do have, let's see. Snowkai, you're up next. I don't have my headset here, so I can't multitask. Whatever comes through. No, you know, Snowkai, I don't buy into that whatever comes through. I feel like life has turned for you into sort of like Alice in Wonderland. It's almost like crazy. No worries, Spectral Ninja. I will try and get on as soon as I finish this stream. Okay. To bump the message. Okay. No worries. Do that. Yeah. It's like, you know, the Cheshire Cat makes no sense whatsoever. The Cheshire Cat just laughs and disappears. And I feel like you're feeling like you're stuck in some sort of cosmic joke. When I say that, I feel like it's heartache after heartache. And you're wondering whether it's worth trying again. And I want to say always. It's always worth trying. The things we regret are the things we never try. There you go. You can resonate with that, actually. See, it comes to me in the weirdest way, but it always tends to be accurate. I do get there's a communication problem with one special person, and it seems the two of you are talking two different languages. If it comes up with the other, no, good. Yeah, but can you understand having a person around you at the moment that it is worth trying again? It's always worth trying. In life, the things you regret are the things you don't try. But if the same result comes up next, and it's like, don't carry the baggage. If you move in trains, don't carry the baggage. And I feel like now's the time for reflection. I feel the last one was actually as confusing as anything. It was like you spoke a different language. It's like they'd say, can you be simple when you ask for something? And you'd try and be as simple as possible, and they'd reword it for you. And you're worth more than that. But I do feel like you're beating yourself up over the last one because the last one was physical. Yeah. You know of someone that speaks a totally different language, keep them around, because I feel that the languages will eventually make sense. But what I got before was that you were being negative towards yourself because the last situation was physical. The attraction was physical. The interactions were physical. Ah. Okay, they wouldn't say anything. Let them keep popping up in a conversation until they're willing to say something. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean, Snowkite. Been in that spot myself. But don't beat yourself up for a situation that's just physical. And keep acting on inspiration. Because you're actually increasing your opportunities of attraction. It requires action to attract. So if you're seeking a relationship, if you stay off the market is not going to be there when you do go back. Whereas if you stay in the market, you'll pick up bargains. And that's not anything to do with the cheapness of dates. It's like a flea market. One person's trash is another person's treasure. So as soon as somebody throws someone back, if you find them, you get to keep them. I know it's weird using flea market for a person, but hopefully you get what I mean. Because I feel your joy is just around the corner. Yeah, the easiest way to deal with someone that has difficulty in conversation is yes, no answer questions. Where they can only really answer yes, no, but if they elaborate, it's even better. Yeah, it's like they say one thing but do something different, but then they justify, yeah. Anyway, I feel like the language barrier will be beaten. And when I say language, you can both speak the actual same language, but the words you choose are different. Like, I've got a pretty expressive way of speaking. And people around me, some of them don't. And that's okay. I'll keep my expressive way of speaking. Just don't reword me. Tell me what you hear, but don't reword me. Well, maybe if you don't feel genuine, then don't do the talking. Silence is a choice too. Reaching out to someone is a choice, but silence is also a choice. If someone wants to keep you hanging on, they just appear and be silent, that's not going to keep me hanging around. Look, I always say hello to everybody. That doesn't mean everybody is my friend. And hopefully that makes sense. So you can say hi to this person, let them say hi back, but let that be it. It's like waving to neighbours. Oh, sorry, that's a unique Australian thing as far as I got told the last time. It's uniquely Australian to wave at your neighbours and to wave at people in general. Oh, well then just bring it to brief. Yeah, don't try and start the communication. If you say, oh, it's going good, yeah, that's it. Just if you say, oh, it's going good, and then they do the same thing, brilliant. Same investment. You're not investing more, but you're still keeping contact. Rodev, thank you for the hydrate. Okay, welcome back, Lady Palace Athena. And let's see. J-Step. And I believe after this, there's no one in the queue. So last chance to join the queue, Lady Palace Athena. Look, you don't have to eliminate somebody out of your life just because you've chosen not to pursue them. You can still keep people around. It doesn't mean that you're investing in them, though. Hopefully, Snow Kai, that makes sense. And J-Step, hopefully you're in the queue. Yes, you're in the chat. And hopefully you're not in an ad. Did you join the queue, Rodev? Or were you just lurking around and chit-chatting and joining in my Lilith conversation? Hi, J-Step. Okay. My God wants me to use... You're welcome, Snow Kai. Hopefully it made sense. It was really bizarre how I was getting it. But yeah, just because you've lost interest in someone does not mean you have to eliminate them from your life. Who knows, you could end up being good friends. Similar has happened to me, where it may have started out as attraction, but it ended up as good friends. And I still respect them for that. Now, J-Step. Okay. Yes, an odd bubble. Look, if you Google Alice in Wonderland or the saying down the rabbit hole, you might actually get where I was going when I picked up that energy. I do tend to use quite odd and old-fashioned sayings. Oh, that's right. You are loyal to Strange Moon Lilith. I haven't done Strange Moon Lilith's shout out yet. Still on the list. Don't worry, Rodev. Still on the list. No, Breenie and I are loyal to one another, so I can understand Rodev's loyalty. And Rodev's thrown me chips, so... But Breenie and I are okay, I hope. Breenie's shout-out is on the list, actually, Rodev. And you'd know by popping into my stream that I do the shout-outs regularly for Breenie. Okay. Now, J-Step. Can you understand if I would say you've found your voice? And I want to say this is actual voice. You've found it. I've got you found it. So if you're finding it, it's not very long before you find. I feel you may have joined a group of like-minded individuals. And don't forget that I am coming to Sydney soon. There you go. I've still got like 6 or 7 shout outs, but I don't think I'll fit it in. Now, J-Step, can you understand being part of a... Okay, you haven't found a group yet. Okay, don't worry, J-Step. Let's see. Where am I going when I go to New South Wales? I'm going to Windsor, which is about an hour out of... It's about an hour out of Sydney. And I'm going to the Standing Stones, which is Glen Innes in northern New South Wales. So if you're near any of those, you haven't found a group yet, I believe there's a group you can join. And when I say group, I don't feel it's spiritual. J-Step, I don't feel it's a spiritual group. I feel it's like a laughter group or something. You're in Queensland. Oh, my Queensland trip isn't for a while. Oh, dear. My Queensland trip is not for a while. I thought you were in New South Wales for some reason. But when I go to Queensland, I go to Stanthorpe. Ah, you don't have to stay with the spiritual stuff to have an interest in it. Yeah, but I'm feeling like this is a group. I'm almost seeing like a laughing group or a group of people that are just getting together and laughing. It could be a coffee group, for want of a better term. I don't see it as being spiritual. They come from all walks of life. No, a lot of people get drawn to spirituality, and then when life improves, they go off and do their own thing. And doing your own thing, believe it or not, is spiritual. Yeah. I feel like someone may be pushing you towards employment. Stand your ground. If you don't feel that's your... Tiff Tiff Bites, thank you for the follow. If you don't feel that employment is where you want to be, speak up. But I feel someone is pushing you towards employment. Can you understand this, J-Step? Being pushed towards employment? Or to do more hours? It makes sense. I feel like people have ignored your rest time and you're feeling exhausted. People have ignored the amount of energy that it takes. Oh, there you go. Fight it. Because people have ignored the amount of energy it takes you to be present, as in centered. Yeah, fight it. The King of Swords is the next one. It kind of got sorted, fingers crossed. Follow it up. Don't put it in the hands of somebody else. Follow it up. Because I believe the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Wands, I feel nobody has acknowledged your energy levels yet. I feel there's a need to build up to a certain energy point. Okay. And I feel you've fought for people to understand it, but you're still fighting. Okay. And you're saying, but what about my romantic life? Yeah. You don't have to be polite when you're explaining. I sort of heard you asking, what about my romantic life? And I feel like there's a a juggling internally is what I'm picking up. I feel like it's an internal juggle where you go from confident to not that confident. I feel that you have so much to offer. Sorry, said Athena, I have closed the queue now. But thank you for using exclamation point leave when you did leave the queue. I really do appreciate that. But J-Step, if you can understand paying attention to your love life now, I feel someone may have crossed your path that has ignited something in you. Just let me know if that's the case, or if you do get thrown to an ad, please let me know that you've been thrown to an ad. And then I know people are actually here. I see that it's not a potential for a relationship, but the person who ignited that within you has given you more than, but I feel you're swinging at the moment from I can do it to, oh no, but what about this? What about this? What about this? And personal story, I've found that it does not matter. It's you as a person that is the interest. It's not what you can do. It's more like how much you meld with someone else. And I feel you're quite up to date compared to your peers. You keep yourself quite focused on information, for example. The news. I'm hopeless when it comes to the news. There was an incident near where I live, and my mother rang me. Thank you for the hydrate, Lady Palace Athena. I did need that coffee. I feel like you have more to offer than what you've given yourself credit for. And this is where I see a group of people laughing. And I'm not sure if you live near a park where people would meet up for coffee. You know how some parks have refreshment vans? I used to live in New Farm. And when I was working in Brisbane, I lived in New Farm. And there was a rose garden there that had a coffee van. And I spent a lot of time in that rose garden. And I do feel that there's something along those lines for you, J-Step. And once you get your handle over the group situation, you'll then notice people. And it's like, I can almost hear you asking, well, how do I tell them about this? As in the dark side of what you have to deal with. People don't always need to know the dark side of what you have to deal with. The ones who would understand don't need an explanation. And the ones who need an explanation are never going to understand. Oh, ads again. They're coming thick and fast. They're coming thick and fast. I just have to work my way through this current ad situation. And yes, I seem to have dropped off a little bit. I seem to have dropped off a little bit with my viewers at the end of my massive mega stream. I think I need to start putting something in there. Oh, nearly there, Spectral Ninja. Okay, J-Step. I do feel like there is a group. I think I said that before, but you're fighting on whether to communicate the negative part of what you have to deal with. And I want to say the people who need an explanation will never understand. The people who understand will never need an explanation. So looking for that way of explaining is not useful, because the ones that are going to understand are never going to need that explanation. So I feel they may need reminding, but I feel you may be worrying over something that you'll never have to come across. And keep repeating that to yourself. The ones that need an explanation will never understand. The ones that understand will never need an explanation. And so explaining yourself is a bit of a waste of energy. And I feel you'll find a common thread. You'll find a common group. And I just saw a karate belt. I know it's a bit of a non-point for you, I believe. But I feel there might be a self-defense class available. I know I attended one. And that was at the push of somebody that I knew before I was in the wheelchair. So the person that pushed me actually taught me how to defend myself with what I had. I feel you may go along those lines, J-Step. You'll go do self-defense or something like that. And that will be the group that I saw before that laughed. And trust me, if you do self-defense, if you do a self-defense class, you do laugh. You don't have to take it serious, because there's maneuvers you have to do that are hands-on. And people can be quite humorous, particularly in Australia, when it comes to hands-on. And I know I had fun with mine, but I still see the karate belt. So let me know where it sits with you. But I feel like that's your first step into relationship you, fun you. And yes, keep repeating to yourself. Zadox. Hopefully I said it right. Welcome in. Queue is closed at the moment, but thank you for the follow. And J-Step, keep reminding yourself Those who understand will never need an explanation. Those who need an explanation will never understand. And it is so true. I've applied it to my life and it is so true. The ones that need any explanation to start with will never, ever, ever understand. They can still be part of your circle. Don't get me wrong, but they'll never understand. And hopefully that resonates. I do see things improving for you though. They may be slow improvements, but they're still improving. And welcome for the first time in the chat, Zaid. Hopefully you don't mind me shortening the name. I get tongue-tied really easy, as everybody would understand. I see it coming about, J-Step. I see it like a community thing. And don't rule anything out as impossible, because I feel your mind has ruled things out as impossible. And yes, there's always, doesn't matter who you are, there's always going to be things that are impossible. But I feel a lot of what you've ruled out may be possible. I use all different decks. The About Me section has an explanation. You can actually, with channel points, you can redeem a specific deck. You're welcome, J-Step, and thank you for your ongoing support. I use so many decks. Seriously, I'm 55 going on 56, and I've got decks that are a collection of 30 years. So, Zaid, I hope that has filled you in. And I do believe that's at the end of my queue. Oh, no. Lady Pallas Athena, you're up next. And should we show Zaid one of my other decks that I use? Based on my intuition. Lady Pallas Athena, I feel, you experienced a vivid dream. Found yourself utilising the camera on your phone to capture the beauty of the sun. Okay. Well, that's exactly what the sun is. The sun is actually a ball of gases. And I feel that intuitively, Lady Pallas Athena, that reality is, because you used a camera and a camera is tangible, I feel like my intuition is guiding me towards saying that reality is shouting out. And you're trying to, a gold cubic form. I don't know what form it is underneath all the, it's a star, essentially. And it's shooting off constantly fireballs from whatever shape it is underneath. But I feel like it's a call to reality. That reality can change too. Because the camera's tangible and your ability to zoom in requires your action, I do feel that life is starting to get more pleasant for you. And everything has an aura. Everything in life that is physical has an aura. And that aura encapsulates us. I don't know if anyone can see, but I do have a coloured ball in my meditation room. And always shocked that on camera you can see my aura. Whereas if I look at it now, there's absolutely no shimmer whatsoever. Yeah, but if you get too close to the sun, you're burnt by the rays. Oh, you can only see the colour. When I look at it in this, on the computer, I can see the shimmer. And it's all radiating from the side of me. So there you go. What one person sees, another one can't. But the mesmerising golden cube, yeah. You asked for my intuitive interpretation on it, and my intuition is saying no one can see the bowl. That's the weird thing. It's just a coloured bowl that fades in and out. The blue tends to be the brightest colour on camera, but yes. As I said, I feel it is pointing towards reality. If it's reminding you of something that you did with the moon, which is usually hidden and subconscious, whereas the sun is physical, I feel that it may be time to explore the physical morph. And I feel that exploring the physical is dangerous, just like touching the sun is dangerous. But at the same time, the halo encircling it is that your safety is protected. Yeah, it's dangerous. But do you see what I mean about the halo? As in your safety is protected? And it's you that's undergoing this remarkable transformation. So that's what my intuition tells me. And particularly with vivid dreams, I do believe that vivid dreams hold keys to our daily lives. You don't have to step out all at once. As your dream said, your camera used the zoom. No, I usually do free readings, Zaid. It's exclamation point join, but the queue's closed. So next time you pop in, just put exclamation point join. And Tuesdays is my beat the queue, where my aim is to beat the queue when I start at 2:30 Australian time or Melbourne time. And I go through until I've beaten the queue. You can use channel points to redeem other things if you wish. Subs do get some priority. Oh, thank you, Lady Palestina, for that clarification for Zaid. You're probably feeling more intense negative emotions because of fear. Because going out and enjoying the world is a foreign concept at the moment, Lady Palestina, or a hurtful concept. It's either a scary concept or it's a hurtful concept. But just know that the halo is there for protection. The halo is keeping the sun's fire from exploding around you. And the zoom is you having control over the interactions you have in real life. So hopefully that makes it clear, Lady Palestina. That's what I do get from my intuition related to your dream. And thank you for sharing your dream with us. It's not often I get to do dream interpretations. I used to do them all the time. I used to do them all the time. Okay. Okie dokie. So I'm going to send you over to another stream. You're undergoing a positive transformation, but it's more to do with the real world. And it's normal to be hit by those anxiety emotions. Yep, it can hit you right in the solar plexus. But if you do it anyway, you develop strength. So do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Has anybody else ever heard that saying? Feel the fear and do it anyway. Mwah. You know you've got my prayers and my backing for doing it, Lady Athena. And let's see who we have now. Oh, thank you. Okay, I shall see you all next time. And yes, Zaid, feel free next time, exclamation point, join. And I read for everybody. Yes, subs do get a bit of a boost in the queue, but I do plan on reading for everyone. Thank you, Lady Pallas Athena. And you will be in my prayers as you bravely enter something that isn't naturally comfortable for you. And I shall see you next time. I'm just sending you guys off to Noraflux, so we'll see how it goes.